Mommy, I'm home.
Hello.
Look, you cannot keep that phone. It's ridiculous. That's from the early 90s when they first invented cell phones.
But
That was one of the
I don't want to
original.
buy a new one. The old phone works fine. Just dandy.
And that was a bit from the new HBO documentary Bright Lights, starring Debbie Reynolds and her daughter Carrie Fisher, both of whom passed away just last month. Reynolds dying of a stroke just one day after her daughter died of a heart attack. Their relationship is the heart of this film, which debuts January 7th and is directed by Fisher Stevens and Alexis Bloom. Fisher Stevens joins us now to discuss. Welcome, Fisher. It's so great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
When you were making this documentary, there's no way you could have known that both of your subjects would not survive until it was aired.
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard the news?
Just devastation and shock. Because when we were filming, Debbie actually started to get more and more ill. And then the movie took a turn because it became about Carrie and Todd, Carrie's brother, worrying about their mother.
Right.
So little did we ever suspect. Because Carrie, I saw both Carrie and Debbie about 6 weeks ago at Carrie's house. And they both seemed, and Debbie was actually in better shape than I'd seen her in quite some time. And Carrie was happy. And yeah, it was
so
really.
You must have been devastated. Did they get a chance to see the final edited cut?
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh, good.
We premiered the film in Cannes.
Yeah.
Cannes Film Festival. Carrie came with her dog Gary, and then we went to the New York Film Festival, and Debbie called in at the Q&A and sang a song to the audience.
So great.
Carrie loved the film, and Debbie loved the film too. She saw it in stages because it was hard for her to sit.
Now, they are both Hollywood women. Image is important. Did they try to get you to change anything?
You know, we never wanted to have a shot in there that Carrie was very unhappy. If it was like an angle, of course.
Right.
But we never changed the story or anything. Lexi and I, my girlfriend and I, directed the film. We had just had our first child, and so we thought, thank you. Well, now we've had two, but at the time when we decided, Carrie called me and Lexi to make the film about her mother. It was a kind of, Debbie was about to go on tour again at 80 years old, and Carrie's like, Mom, you can't. She's like, I'm doing it.
So the idea for this film came from Carrie Fisher.
Absolutely.
And you were excited about it, I'm sure, from the beginning.
Well, we had to kind of feel each other out. I knew Carrie a little bit. I didn't know Debbie. We had a mutual friend named Charlie Wessler that kind of, it was his idea that Carrie use us. You know, it took a little bit of getting to know each other. And then Carrie, Lexi and I wanted Final Cut.
Okay, so you insisted on that.
Yeah, we insisted on that. Right. So they finally said okay, and Debbie didn't really understand what we were doing. She just knew it was something her daughter and son wanted her to do. So she allowed us to film her, but still was a little like, what are you doing? What is this?
Yes.
Carrie wants it, okay.
What an amazing relationship these two Hollywood icons have, right? Living next to each other in Beverly Hills, the symbiotic relationship. It reminds me of another great documentary, Grey Gardens. Has anyone else pointed that out?
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot different in that. Well, those women were unknown women,
of course.
Although related. You know, one of them was related to Jackie Kennedy.
Right. These women are the stars those women hoped to have been in some way.
Yeah. And you know, Al Maisels and his brother, they really camped out and lived in that house. I mean, we had access, certainly, but we weren't ever allowed to camp out.
But the past is also very important to these women in your documentary.
Yes, and we use a lot of archival. I mean, Grey Gardens, there's no archival. It's all verite right in the moment. And we had this tremendous treasure chest of archival because Todd, Debbie's son, Carrie's brother, Todd Fisher, he had really kept beautiful records of all the archive. Yeah. And we had that at our disposal. It was difficult because we had so much.
I mean, this film is also, in some ways, a history of Hollywood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. See, I was not aware until I saw your film of the extent of Debbie Reynolds' career. I mean, she's had a career that is unparalleled.
I wasn't aware of it.
Right.
And I wasn't aware of how, to this moment, up until her last show, how her preparation was so diligent and professional and key and warming up, and and as soon as she hit that stage, even if she was in a little pain, she would light up.
Incredible that she still wanted to perform at this age. It's also interesting to me to see how, Debbie Reynolds wholeheartedly embraces Hollywood and stardom. She loves it with every core of her being. And Carrie Fisher is a little bit more conflicted about it, right?
Yeah.
But yet, they're more alike, I think, than Carrie Fisher can accept, because she has the exhibitionist in her as well.
For sure. Carrie is unfiltered. She would just speak her mind. She didn't lie. Debbie would speak her mind, but was calculated about what she would say. They both had brilliant wit, brilliant humor, but they were alike. And what surprised Lexi and I when we were filming, we fell in love with these two women, and it became a love story. And we really loved them, and I didn't expect that. I didn't know what to expect. But we didn't want to make a biopic. We didn't want to make. There's so much about Carrie and Debbie, their lives and their past and their history. We wanted to keep it all now and their relationship. We wanted to make it a film about a family that you can relate to, whether you're famous or not.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely do. I mean, the audience falls in love with these two, and congratulations on making such a great film on two Hollywood icons.
Thank you.
Who are sadly no longer with us.
We will miss them.
We will.
And but they will live on with this film, hopefully.
Absolutely. Fisher Stevens, thanks for seeing us.
Thank you.